think, if you've read, there were only 17% of you who didn't read, so who admitted to not reading. So the rest of you who have actually read, can you guys think, give me maybe an example of something, of meter. I want to look at meter. Give me an example of meter if you can think of in the Barbie texts that we read. Yeah.
Maybe when they're at the place where she's going and she sees all the Barbies, all the lists that they do, that would bring some kind of meter up, I think.
Yeah, the list that she had, that's a really good example. I chose a moment in the text that's just before this. And if I can get a volunteer to read this real quick. Don't all raise your hands at once, come on. Okay. Professor's not allowed. You all can read. All right, Suzanne.
Okay. Until at the next vendor stand next to the boxes of cards and out of chemistry records there and there and there and there and there and there
And there and there and there. All right, can anybody identify this rhythm pattern for me? You should all know it. Yeah. Iambic. That's an iambic rhythm going on. Now, we don't see this in the context of a line with a particular format that we need an iambic rhythm, right? But look at the way that the text is formatted. I hope it shows up if you can see it up there, but the emphasis is in the original. Note my MLA citation. If it's longer than 4 lines, it's a block quote. And the parentheses goes outside of the quotation marks. Emphasis in original. Look at the italicized words, and there, and there, and there, right? That's a signal for you that there's some emphasis there. What do you guys think the iambic rhythm does in this sentence? How did Suzanne read it? How did it cause her to read it? Yeah. Faster. There you go. Makes you go faster. I mean, we learned that the iambic foot is the sort of most natural one to the English language. And so, of course, it's going to help us to go faster there. So this is just an example of meter in prose, and where meter would actually add to your analysis of the literature. So again, don't lose that. I want to talk about another sort of convention that we've learned already in the class, and that's we're going to use the pink princess herself, Barbie. What type of literary device would you say that Barbie functions in these texts? Yeah, as a symbol. How come?
Barbies represent what they want.
Okay, represents money. Good. So before we sort of embark on looking at how Barbie operates as a symbol in these texts, I'm going to do my awkward thing and close this real quick and do a question on the fly. I want to take some people's Barbie stories because I know you all have one. So what is your Barbie history? We got to come up with 5 different types of Barbie stories. So somebody tell me a Barbie story. Whatever you did with them. Yeah.
So my Barbies used to fall apart, and their limbs would come off, and the fewer limbs they had, the more evil they were.
Okay. So I'm going to call that Barbie mutilation. Okay? Is that accurate? Not that you literally ripped them apart, but there was some mutilation going on. Okay. So we got a Barbie mutilation story. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's call that cosmetics. Cosmetic experimentation. All right, somebody else. Yeah.
I used to like throw a fit if my cousin got the Barbie that I wanted and I got a different one and I would like throw it.
Okay. Let's call that one. Ooh. Barbie jealousy. So Barbie as a status symbol. Okay. All right, we got 2 more to go. Did anyone just play house with their Barbies? It's okay. You can. Yeah. Okay. We've got some children who just played with their Barbie. All right. There's the last one. Yeah.
Barbie romance.
Barbie romance. And I suspect that there are a lot of us out here that are not admitting how far the romance went as a child. Just throwing that out there. Okay, so we have 5 different types. And do you guys want this to be anonymous too? No? Okay, you don't care. Just checking. All right, let's go ahead and start.
I took my thing. They said it.
I hope you're all telling your Barbie stories to your neighbor right now.
Thank you.
Alright, hit magic number 154. Oh, somebody. Okay. Anybody else want to come out of hiding real quick?
Halloween.
Oh, there's another one. It's like watching the elections. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Alright, I'm going to cut it off in a minute. Alright. By the way, Professor Pasternak is really jealous of my little taking time circle. This is why you should invest in Wait, I may not be allowed to say that, sorry. Okay, oh look at this! We've got a really even graph actually. I mean, speaking about graphs, see what's the status symbol for Barbie jealousy. And that's really interesting. So I should have given you guys an opt-out option, but I didn't, and that was bad. And I wanted to see how many people had no Barbie stories whatsoever. I'm sure 20% mutilation, 31% romance. Okay, cool. Maybe that's for sections. You guys can share Barbie romance stories. My section can do it. We can have a full share time. Anyways, okay, great. And the sort of point of this poll is to show you guys that most people have some sort of experience with Barbie. And not many of us have the same experience. I mean, you see there's a really even spread here of really different types of Barbie play going on.